Oh yeah, like I really apologize about that. I think it's because some of the settings I moved around that the channel trailer did not play. So I didn't get to hear Dallas's magical music. So I apologize about that. But with that being said, what's going on, people? Fame Entertainment from level1gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys leveled up to 142. This is a double XP podcast. We got a lot of topics today, talking from the Dualsense controller, Wukong. What you call it in the video, Dallas? Black Myth Wu
Black
Tang?
Man Wukong,
Black Man
Black Man Wukong.
Wukong.
Um,
We got lots of topics today, but as usual, we're going to get to the introduction, starting with the man to my right, the man with the clamps, Citizen Snips.
What's going on, everybody? Pardon me. I'm kind of frustrated right now. My camera's been doing everything except but what I want it to do. So I've been trying to figure this thing out, and it's just driving me nuts. But aside from that, the show itself is going to be pretty cool. We got a cool guest with us, so y'all don't have to listen to just us this week. And we do have some pretty cool stuff to talk about, I think. So no crazy wild news, I don't think, unless I'm missing something. So it's been a fairly normal week for once, but we haven't had one of those in quite a while. So nobody's suing anybody yet. Nobody's stabbing anybody.
Oh man,
over a
people are
bottle,
getting sued.
so- did I miss one? There's somebody to keep track of. But yeah, it should be a good show, y'all. I'm ready.
I promise you, this next person didn't put Gorilla Glue in her hair. My right hand man, Slim Hugger. What's going on, sis?
Yeah, I'm not that dumb. I can read a label. What's up, y'all? How are you guys doing on this fine Wednesday? I can't believe it's already February 10th. Feels like we just started 2021, and yet it feels like it's been around forever. I'm glad we have our guest on here looking extra beautiful tonight, ready to be with our nonsense. And let's get into the topic.
Next up, Dallaz. Man, you a bastard. You a bastard, bro.
man, what's happening, y'all? Look, dang, I don't even know what to say. I kind of been having I've been having my brain in the computer, um, and that's about it. I ain't been doing nothing else really. I've been doing a little bit of gaming, a little bit of discovering some cool and or weird stuff. It's usually the both when you ask me. Um, but we sitting here talking to somebody that I never actually got to meet myself, but people keep telling me how cool she is. And I ran up into a couple of her streams, and I was like, "Oh, okay, like she dope. All right, I dig it." And
Thank
so
you.
it's gonna be nice to actually have a conversation with you.
Yes.
I'm ready, y'all.
Can't
Let's get it.
wait.
Yo, last but not least, before I introduce our guest today, I'm gonna say this because people think I be making stuff up and I don't. Back when I really got into the whole gaming side of YouTube and Twitter, I got a follow from somebody at Red Infamy, and I made a tweet. And I don't know if she remembers this. I made a tweet and I said, I made it because Red Infamy followed me. Because to me, that meant a lot to get a follow from you because you are a dope content creator. With all that being said, our guest for the night, Red Infamy. What's going on, love?
What's up? I appreciate all of y'all. Love all of y'all. I'm happy to be here. It's been a minute since I've been here, so heart. Yeah, for real. But yeah, I love y'all. I love this podcast, and let's get these topics rolling and stuff. And happy to meet y'all who I haven't got a chance to meet. I've seen y'all on Twitter back and forth or in my streams. So yeah, it's dope to put a face to a name.
So before we get started, we do have to ask because you have had an incredible ride in the games industry. If people don't know you by now, they need to. You're one of the names that I'll tweet out daily if I have to, saying, "Hey, I want to see Red everywhere. I want to see her more opportunities. I want to see her face as much as possible." So, if you can, kind of give us a backstory of how you came to be who you are now, and how you really got into the gaming journalism side of things, and just gaming in general.
Yeah. Like as far as being a gamer, like I've been gaming since I was a toddler. All due like thanks to my parents actually, which I'm so blessed to have that on record that my parents got me into gaming. As far as like getting into the gaming industry, like I went to school for marketing. I had no idea I would be a journalist. It was not like on my top of the list, like, hey, I want to write about video games. I just know I've always been passionate about it. But what actually got my foot in the door professionally and to get checks off of it was me just utilizing social media. Like Twitter is actually the platform that landed me a job into writing about video games, and it was for Black Enterprise. That was like my very first gig that I had, that I was able to bring video games to a very well-renowned financial and entrepreneurial outlet for Black entrepreneurs. So that's how I got into actually gaming, just through tweeting a lot about video games, live tweeting about games or sports or events like that. And that's how I got actually discovered by an editor of Black Enterprise during that time. And he was like, "Hey, how would you like to write for Black Enterprise?" And I was like, "What?" Like I had no idea. Like he never asked for writing samples or anything like that. He just knew that if I can convey my thoughts on a video game topic in just 100, this was when it was just 140 characters.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, like,
Struggle
then
days.
yo, for
We need
real.
to go
Then
back
he
to
was
that.
like,
Cool.
"Hey, you can, what can you do with a body of work?" So yeah, that's how I got in professionally. From there on, it just kicked off, and I worked with independent websites as well too. Did on camera work. That's where the fun actually came about. Is actually going to events and interviewing developers or esports athletes and things of that nature. People behind these games that I was like, wow, this is one of the creators of Call of Duty. This is Miyamoto. Like I got to meet all these fascinating people just by going to events, which is so dope.
So I do want to ask, because I had this conversation with Baron not too long ago, and we talked about like how many like black content creators like do you see on Twitter with a check mark, right? And you instantly came up as thought as one of the few that I actually see, or that's at least reachable. Like, do you feel like the gap has gotten better or closer to those black creators like yourself being able to be verified and be known and be seen? Because I mean, honestly, I think I maybe follow three black creators on Twitter that have a check mark, and it's not very many. Like that, you have that. I don't want to call it a status symbol, but do you, from when you started to now, do you see like a shift, or where there's more of that prominent black face in the
Right.
game
Yeah.
industry?
Like I started back in 2011, 2012, and even since going to like E3 packs or MagFest or anything like that, or just local events, I didn't, especially E3. I didn't get to see a lot of people that look like me. And when we did, it was like, oh, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, because it wasn't that many of us. And then, like, the last E3 I went to, I seen way more black women there than I ever did before. Like, that was a first. So yes, the gap has been closing as far as a lot of black content creators um in general, because the thing about, just like how my story about getting discovered off of Twitter, if I was to basically, because it was, that happened like roughly after I graduated from college, and it was hard for me to find a job for marketing communications. I wanted to be a publicist. I wanted to be a publicist in some form of an entertainment industry. Like I really wanted to be in gaming. I wanted to be a publicist in gaming, but I'm glad that shifted. Yeah, but during that time when I was applying for jobs, Brad wasn't getting a call back, like a call back, and then when I got a call back one time and I had an opportunity, I got it, and then it was like, oh, we don't have it no more. I've never heard of nothing like that before, and it put a huge chip on my shoulder, but it was very like, it amped me up to like prove any, like, the situation, this is not what it's going to be. I have to change this in some way or form. And like during that time, I got to meet Hip Hop Gamer, and that's when we first met. And
Hip
he's
hop's
always
good
been the
people.
type, yeah, he's always been the type to be like, just make your own opportunity. And that's exactly what I did. I followed his footsteps of making my own opportunity. I worked along with him as well. and was doing publicity that way for like the gaming industry. But I was like, this is not my passion. Like this, like I want to be more involved. I just don't want to write about an announcement about something. And shouts out to the publicists out there that do it and love it. But that just what I wanted something more. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of times, a lot of journalists come from publicists and vice versa. With like the jobs interchange a lot of times, but like I mentioned, for me getting an opportunity of the internet, and I was speaking on this some days ago, us that people who have been marginalized in this industry now have a chance to take no's and make them yes, just off of technology alone. We've seen so many content creators grow from the internet that we would have never seen before. If they wanted to go into an agency and be like, yo, I made this video, this is my whole portfolio, they probably would have been said, nah, like, we need the blonde haired, blue eyed chick or dude,
Mm-hmm.
like straight up. So now, we put culture into everything. We make everything pop, on all different bases. And now we're able to actually benefit and, progress off of it, gain money off of it and profits, and pretty much solidify our own path. So that's how I see the gap has really closed due to technology.
Yo, like when she said that, the first thing I thought of, like Soldier Boy. Like man used the
Yes.
internet like to his advantage and became popular because of the internet. And like he walked into a label. If he walked into a label, they probably would throw stuff out the window. But he made you think you listened to 50 Cent when it was really yo the whole time. I thought that was dope. So yo,
Well, yeah,
Red.
between 50 Cent, Soldier Boy, like they did a lot of things that a lot of artists started to pay attention to that they were doing, right on their own. They wasn't using a label yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, perfect example.
Yo, but Red, I appreciate you coming through and rocking with us today.
You
We're
already
gonna
know.
we're gonna jump into these topics. So Dallas, I'm gonna get to you, man. So check this out. Number one, before we get into the topics, we got to get you a partnership with Funko because what you did today was straight fire. I'm gonna make sure that's linked today. But check it. So CD Project Red is running into a bit of a problem. We know a few days ago they had 48 hours to respond to the quote unquote hackers who got some of their information, some of their data, and say, hey, you got 48 hours for whatever the case may be to get back with us, whatever the case may be. And now we're hearing that they have already posted the source code for Gwent, the card game. And they'll be auctioning out the source code for Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk 2077. And the starting bid right now was at $1 million. Like,
I don't think anybody's gonna pay for that cyberpunk code.
right?
I mean,
That's more work
once
than
it's
it's
out
worth.
in a while, that PC version gonna be whew.
That Witcher 3 code, maybe.
Yo, where did me come from?
I've been in here.
Bro, like I read through intros and like I saw you had dipped out for a second and then I thought you was gone. High key. My bad.
No, I've been in here. For some reason, it wasn't picking me up.
Bad. My bad. That's half man, half God in the building. But Dallas, I'm gonna get your thoughts about like what kind of like precedents like could this really set because we haven't really heard. I mean, we've heard of data breach and stuff like that, but like for them to really have it and like selling it off, like that's pretty brazen. Like, and it kind of goes to show you how bad of a look or how bad CD Projekt is off in the eyes of people because of the whole cyberpunk situation.
I'm trying to remember who else it happened to, but I know for a fact this ain't the first time.
No.
I know for a fact. It's on the tip of my brain who else it was, but I can't remember right now.
Capcom
But-
just went through something like this recently.
Them too. See, like it's
On
really
this
not
level
really-
though,
Yeah,
Not-
48 hours ago we dropped that diss track. Yeah.
48 hours, they were leaking like big things that Capcom was planning to reveal.
but that's one thing. I mean, we leaking like, oh, we got a game coming out, but you actually like giving out like source code.
Source code.
Yeah. I mean, even then, my whole point is I don't think it would even matter if it wasn't for two things. A, the fact that CD Projekt is where they is as far as public opinion is concerned.
Mm-hmm.
And B, the fact that we moving into a weird space in gaming where it's gonna become like like the seagulls, like mine, with
Hmm.
WB patenting the freaking Nemesis system.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody and their mama gonna want to come up with something unique, quote unquote, and in a way try. I don't know if it's gonna succeed, but sort of try to stunt the growth of gaming. And with CD Projekt source code being out there, anything they did that's halfway unique, somebody's gonna take and be like, "Oh yeah, we came up with that. That's ours." Let me go ahead and put my stamp on it, put my tag on it. And I don't know, man. I don't think that, truth be told, in the grand scheme of things, it's all that big a deal. We ain't gonna be talking about this shit next year. Um, but because it's happened before and it will keep happening,
Hmm.
we only see it the way that we see it now because of who it is and how we look at them right now.
Red, do you think this is something we're gonna just it's gonna just fly by? Because I mean, they're saying they got the source files for CD, Gwent, the next gen console version of The Witcher 3, which I didn't know it was going to be a thing. I didn't think that was going to have a next gen console version of that. 7 billion. If you got 7 million up front, you can have it. I can start off at a meal.
I got that mug, by the way. But
What mug is that?
that's a Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Fire. Yeah. That's clean.
Um, like some people were saying in the chat, this happens damn near every year. Every year, there's always a big developer, publisher where someone hacks and takes, you know, their IP information like for hostage. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing new. Of course, it's blowing up a lot, even more than The Last of Us. You know what happened with The Last of Us, which could have actually ruined the release
True.
of that game. Um, so I mean, with CD Projekt Red, like you said, they don't have the best public opinion right now. As far as people trying to take anything they have, they can sue them, but it's just holding them hostage, seeing what people is like, if the company's actually going to think that it's so valuable to pay that much money for it. And I don't think that's going to happen at all. It's like whatever at this point. We already made our bag. We got these DLCs coming out. You know, we try to improve and make sure that it's running correctly for next gen. Like, I just don't see it like blowing over. You know, it's just another, it always happens all the time. I'm not saying like it's not serious to not take it serious, but it happens so much in the gaming industry and technology, period. That files are already, we don't even know if that's the source file that's even like the latest source file.
True.
It could be something that's very old that was very vulnerable to get. So we just don't know, and I don't think that they're gonna be like, oh my god, this is gonna ruin the entire CD Project Red company.
Hugger, we talked a lot. I mean, to nauseum, right, about the whole cyberpunk thing and the lawsuits and the what they knew and
Yeah.
what the suits were okay with. And granted, we'll say this all the time. Like most people who upset at CD Projekt Red, it's not being upset with the developers. It's more about the suits, what them releasing the game in the state that it was in. Right? Do you also feel, Hugger, like almost like kind of had it coming? Like when you do something
I mean,
bad, like
yeah.
everything comes back to you tenfold, right? You kind of had it coming in a way, like.
I'm surprised it took so long to be 1,000%. Because just in the chat, like Square Enix did have some leaks. Last of Us, AMD was a victim. It's happened before and it happened again. I think what people aren't paying attention to is the office documents they have. So any HR complaints, the financial information, the investor information, like if they leak that stuff, that's what I'm interested in. I don't care about the source code. Don't get me wrong. I love the engine that The Witcher 3 runs on. I want to see what DLC they had planned because Blood and Stone and oh god, I can't remember the other one.
Hearts of Stone.
But there we go. Great DLCs. If there was another one planned, or if they're making one for the next gen, cool. But it's the businessy side I'm interested in. It's like,
Yeah, that would have been like catastrophic.
because that could also have the lawsuit in there, like their side of the lawsuit, what they, because we could pay for the court documents, but I'm not paying for the court documents that have all that legalese in there, and that could be in there. there could be a secret monster in the company, somebody who just won't keep their hands to themselves. So that's what I'm paying attention to. I don't care about the source code. Cyberpunk game, it's out there. Witcher 3 has made its money tenfold over. I don't care, but it's that stuff that's important.
Yeah.
I think we need to keep our eye on.
Typically, when we're talking about stuff, Snips is usually like the level-headed one, and he comes with some type of what do you call them, business Snips? Who's giving him that name last time? But Snips, what are your thoughts about this? You know, how do you feel like any type of way about them? And you know what's crazy? They never said what they wanted. They're not saying, "Hey, get back with us." I really wonder what they wanted out of this. But go ahead, Snips.
They just wanted them to pay the ransom. They just wanted money.
They want a case of Capri Suns.
It's the whole way it works is we hold your data unless you pay us. Once you pay us, we'll supposedly release it back to you.
Cause we're talking $7 million. Like,
not paying it.
Here's what I want to know. I'll get to how I feel about the whole thing in a minute. What I want to know is, so obviously this can't be openly purchased, and like this is an illegal transaction. So this is going to happen like in some crypto.
Download your Tor browser and get on the.
It's obviously not going to be just like a hey, hello, here's this code, here's $7 million, and then more importantly, the person who buys it, like, you're going to have to go through pretty extensive lengths to alter that or whatever way you end up using it in. You have to make sure it's not recognizable. Otherwise, if you release some kind of product and CD Projekt Red is able to go, hey, wait a minute, we recognize several lines of that code, or we wrote part of that, you're going to get sued, and then your whole deal was for nothing anyway. So that part of it, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's lucrative for the person who's going to buy it from the supposed hackers that stole it, how they're going to be able to take advantage of it. But I'm sure there's stuff that I don't know about. So we'll leave that at that. As far as how I feel about the whole thing, honestly, I don't really care. If it hadn't been for the fact that CD Projekt Red just got me with a game that I probably may have streamed for the last time on Tuesday, even though I'm not done with the game yet, just because I'm tired of all the crap, I would probably have some sympathy for him, be like, man, that's rough. Like, you guys worked really hard on this stuff. That's a bummer that some hackers decided to attack you in this way. But since they kind of irked me with that, and I'm still experiencing tons of glitches and bugs left and right, and just tons of like quality of life stuff in that game that drives me nuts. Like, I hate, and Dallas, you can speak to this, when I'm driving along trying to do a mission, I don't need 18 other people calling me about other missions that I'm not interested in at the moment. And the worst part about it is they give you, it's like a press down, or for me on keyboard, it's like, press T to answer the call. If I don't press anything, it still answers it anyway. And I'm like, I didn't press it for a reason. I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm in the middle of something, but it auto answers the call. Like, you're forcing stuff down my throat that I don't want. And then when I go do it, it's buggy and crapped out anyway. You know what? We're not going to go there right now, DJ. But yeah.
You know what's funny about that, though? I was watching you stream that, right? And the instance that you're talking about is in my head. And the funny thing about that is I'd watch you excuse at least 2 other bugs immediately before that point.
Yeah. I'll let some stuff go, but eventually, man, you just keep piling it on. And I'm like, this is impeding my ability to have fun playing your game. Because stuff's not working the way it's supposed to. Never mind that the driving just feels bad. Like, that's not a bug. It just feels bad. You designed it poorly. The combat doesn't really feel good either. It feels very jerky and janky. It's upsetting. There's so much potential in that game, and they squandered it by rushing it.
About versus the source code. They need to really just stabilize the game.
You know what? I hope somebody does buy that source code for Cyberpunk and fixes it.
You know what? The source code.
Then I'll be happy. I'll pay for the game again at that point.
I don't know why I didn't think of this. The source code, it's already hacked. It's out there because there's cheat codes for the game already with mods and mod installers. So people already have the source code and they've hacked it. So it literally means nothing. If you have a mod, if you've ever installed a mod, it's messed with the source code in some way. And I don't know what
it is to begin with.
And nobody paid for that shit.
I mean,
it's the HR documents and all the financial information that people.
Stuff.
One thing we know, if anybody got the money to pay for it, it's Demi. Demi gonna drop a few bands on it.
I'm poor.
You know it.
Whoa.
I'm poor.
He gotta say that in public.
I'm
He
poor.
got kids, yo. He got kids.
I'm poor.
Demi got kids?
He got two
I'm-
furry kids.
I got a couple kids. You know,
He
I'm
got a
a
couple
animal
of
dad.
kids.
Demi,
Take care of them around here.
you
So I'm poor.
you feel any type of way about CDPR's ransomware?
Cold world. That's the best I can do. Hold your head up. Fuck this up.
Yeah, like I'm sure they'll find a way to pull through.
Say thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Trevor, yes, they did add mod support, but I'm talking day one. There was codes for like money. WeMod was that? Yeah, WeMod. There was codes for money. Like, I just downloaded it, and there was codes that I could already put in.
Well, okay. I wish I could see the chat. I'm having wait, man. I guess I'm about to go over to YouTube. Restream is being really stupid right now. But yeah, apparently, Cold World. We're gonna leave it at that and let that die as we shift over to Black Myth Wukong. And if you haven't seen the trailer, right, I'm about to play the trailer on the screen right now. Well, you have to watch the trailer, Red, and I'm gonna come back around to you. But I want to start with the man who decided that his Funko Pop was gonna be an asshole again today. We'll get with the man Dallas. Dallas, I know for a fact you have like so much hype like around this game. Like, tell me your thoughts about this trailer and about what you expect. Because this is what like a 30-man team that started out with like maybe a couple of people. But tell me your thoughts about this trailer and your hype about this around this game.
Man, look. Okay, so you know I like the underdog story. It's a group of dudes that worked for Tencent for I don't know how many years, and y'all know the monster that Tencent is, like the Hydra that it is. I'm surprised they were even able to leave without some sort of like 10,000 year non-compete clause or something. But they got out of there. Oh, Demi,
Demi messed up the boxes. Let's see it.
Oh no.
Oh, he back. Box Destroyer. The Box Destroyer is back.
Discord keep freezing for me for some reason. Weird.
Between that and what Hugger just dropped, like I'm distracted.
I'm gonna destroy no boxes. My bad.
But yeah,
like I said, pause.
It's a group of dudes that came from Tencent and got together. And I was reading about like their story. Mind you, this was translated from Chinese, so I'm paraphrasing, like really paraphrasing. But something about they was chilling at lunch outside a little barbecue stand or something, and they was talking about. It's funny. I was talking about how Chinese people would talk about like their water cooler conversation is much different from ours, like in China. But they were arguing about what got Sun Wukong into Buddhism to begin with. And from there, and it's funny because they had already, there was a game called Asura that they had just finished developing, which did kind of and it was also a Chinese mythology game. Like it was also based off Journey to the West. They decided later on they should leave. We're gonna do this nothing like their games, no microtransactions, no nonsense, no mobile stuff. We're gonna make a good action adventure, full-fledged single player experience, and Wukong is how it came out. That being said, you're gonna have to shut me up at some point because I can rant about this forever because Journey to the West is one of my favorite stories in all of mythology, and Sun Wukong is my favorite character in all of fiction. Like there's not a better character. I don't care who you like. I don't care if it's Thor. I don't care if it's like whoever.
I'm tired of Norse mythology. So
Man. Say it loud for the folks in the back, Red, because it's overly saturated.
I am tired of Norse mythology.
And it's still
power go, man.
It's still stories in Norse mythology they haven't even touched either.
I'm tired.
Tired. Like the laundry detergent, tired.
But you won't be saying that when God of War Ragnarok comes out. You'll be okay with it all of a sudden. Then.
I'm gonna be a little okay, but I'm gonna still be tired. But I'm gonna still have like my eye open.
I think
so. You know what's interesting about that Black Myth Wukong trailer? Not the most recent one, but like the older one. If you go back and watch it, they have like the Battle of Heaven as like a teaser point. And that's one thing I never see like most Sun Wukong moments get like animated. So I really want to see how they touch on that, like how in depth they go.
You know
Because
what's
that man
crazy
got
about
kicked
that
out of
moment?
heaven, man.
You know what's crazy about that moment? Like the craziest part about that whole thing is the point where he made it to heaven, and nobody, including the Jade Emperor, who was like, I guess, king of the gods. That's how you would look at him in every other mythology. But nobody, including the Jade Emperor, could touch him. It took the Buddha to do something about it. At that point in the story, that's literally the prologue to the whole book. They went through this man's whole life from starting to um dying, quote unquote, to erasing his name from the Book of the Dead and all his homies.
Uh,
His name and all his homies' names from the Book of the Dead, so they were effectively immortal, and then having the whole heaven thing go on.
yep.
Then it starts.
Dallas gonna
That
say
game looks
he gonna say you got to shut me up, but bro, when people know what they talking about, I can listen to you all freaking day. Like I love when people are like when they in their bag, like this something that they know and truly have an understanding, bro. You can literally take up the whole hour podcast talking about it, bro. Like legit.
And it looks like they're about to be real faithful to the mythology. That's the good part. It looks like they're about to be real faithful.
I can't wait.
So did you get a chance to see the most recent trailer, Red?
I didn't because I wanted to do a reaction to it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like
We're not gonna
doing-
spoil it for you then.
No, you could. It's
Hey,
fine.
Grunk,
It's
my
like,
bad.
Show
We
the
ain't seen her in a minute.
y'all show. But no, I was just like just going back looking at the older one and just seeing the attention to detail, and even just hearing Dallas just put me on to more information on the whole story. Um, I just can't wait. I love when a developer really takes time and bring an emphasis on some type of story. Like story and details like graphically is so important because it's a miss art because everybody wants to make everything look pretty, but then there's no substance, aka Godfall. Like like that's like it looks pretty, but
Oof.
it's like so what we
Shots
doing
fired.
again? So like I can't stand games like that. Like it just has no soul. Like I don't like when it's a beautiful shell but has like it just doesn't have a soul to it. I can't stand games like that. And just looking at this game right here and hearing the lore behind it and seeing the characters and the different cinematography and direction of the like I can't wait because I just see all those different pillars of some really great art put into a game.
Hey, it better have a good parry system like Sekiro. That's all I know.
It looked
It
like
looks
it's gonna
like
have a fire parry
Bro,
system.
the whole
Like,
combat
just looking
system
at
looks
this part
legit.
right here.
they doing something like Mortal
What you
Shell
think?
ish.
Yeah.
I did see parries in there, but they doing something kind of like Mortal Shell did, where you stop and harden your body, and it's all in the trailer. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
gonna
when
over-explain
he
it.
hardened his body right there.
So right now we got on the stream the older the 13-minute gameplay trailer, and then looking at what they showed before back in August and what we seen now, you can already see the game. It looks better. It looks crisper. It looks cleaner. And the fact that you're seeing a team
This
of
a
30
30-man team, y'all said?
30-man team, they declined
At
any
this point, it probably
outsourcing.
was.
They
So
Okay.
Halo has no excuse.
none. It was said that they thought about outsourcing from Naughty Dog, Sony Santa Monica, but they decided not to outsource at all. So who knows? I know they wanted to add like another 15 to 20 people, and that was a couple of months ago, so they may have added them by then. But back when we seen this original trailer, that's 30 man, and it was looking dope. Like people were excited about this just off the original trailer.
I can tell you this is real because there's frame drops in the trailer.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one of the things you always want to see, and I don't know why people complain about that. I'm like, it's an early build. You actually want to see that. You know that they're gonna work on it, and it brings some like actual realism to you're actually seeing in game play.
Yeah.
So we know
Don't-
we're not
just
getting
don't-
cyberpunked.
Just don't let it dip to like 5, but it's good that it's dropping some frames. So they have
Yeah.
Because usually
Especially
stuff like that
for-
can get cleaned up. It did get cleaned up toward the release.
Yeah.
Especially considering what it is you seeing here. This man's transformed a good 3 times in the last 5 minutes.
And I'm not gonna lie, that's something I forgot about from the first time seeing this.
And then think about
Yeah.
the character models that's there, just the differences in them and the animations, and we not even think about how maybe the AI is working and like the pathfinding, you move. It's a lot going on. not
The
including
embers
content.
on the hair. Great.
You know,
30 minutes.
one thing I do wonder though, with such a small team and with such detail as we see they're putting this game, I wonder like how long of a game are we really gonna get? Not saying they can't give us a dope 20-hour experience, but I'm like, that's what, when I hear small teams and like look at something like Hellblade, the original Hellblade game with Ninja Theory being already a small team split into 3 different teams, and Hellblade gave us what, a 10-hour experience, and we could have wanted more. That's my biggest fear about Black Myth Wukong, is that we're gonna get such a dope game and we're gonna be craving for more like as soon as we're done.
The difficulty might be higher for that.
Oh yeah. Who's about
A
to?
good 10 to 15 hours ain't bad.
Yeah, 15 hours is not bad at all. And the difficulty on it, for the battles, so you never know.
I'm
I
going in
don't
very
care. This
hard.
joint look crazy.
Nah. I'm going in on very hard. Let's go.
Whoa, pause.
Nah.
There's no pause Wednesday.
No.
No
Oh, okay.
No, that's not a thing.
No pause Wednesday.
All,
won't be a
all
team.
hard. Let's go.
I did
Wow.
hear
Rock hard. This is why we're getting a freaking sound.
They plan on making more than one.
I mean, I can see it. This looks incredible. What is this? I was looking at the reptilian boss just now. That looks crazy. So.
Like Red was
I
saying,
just
this
can't wait to see the different.
A wolf.
Yeah, the wolf one. They had the crab. This one looked like a eagle, a griffin, or whatever. Like I just can't wait to see the boss battles. Like the boss battles is gonna be crazy.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I can't wait. I just love seeing talent.
Just make it difficult.
Talent.
Extremely.
Oh, I think.
No, don't do that. I don't feel like no demon souls.
normal mode for me, please. Normal mode for me, please.
Give me Sekiro mode.
Oh,
Fame's gonna be looking for that story mode difficulty.
Story mode for
I'll
me,
go to
please.
PC and be like hip hop. Tell you right now.
Give me Sekiro mode, man. Give me a God of War style.
You can have all that. I
No.
need my.
Miss that, but I'm not trying to break my controller, B. Like, I'm good.
Nah, you gotta
I do
face
wanna
the
beat the
difficulty
game.
and scream into the void.
Nah,
like,
bro, you got wrapped into that demon soul life. Nah.
See? Normal mode for me, please. I'm good. Like, I don't play on easy.
I should play Sekiro tonight.
Mm.
Probably enjoy, but
Sometimes you just gotta eat lightning and scream into the heavens. You know, you feeling it,
I'm a
man.
masochist.
Yo, speaking of difficulty, like we're like $100 away from my extra life goal, to where I'm gonna be forced to get my cheeks clapped in a Souls game that I'm not looking forward to.
Which one?
We're like $100 away. I haven't decided yet. I'm not looking forward to it, bro, because I'm finna
Let's
number
go,
one.
let's go.
I'm about to get embarrassed on stream, bro. Like nobody like you know you're gonna get beat up. Like it's 6 dudes out there, you gonna want to fight them. No, bro. Like I'm gonna walk across the street and I'll go over there. Like that's what this is, bro. Like I'm gonna go into this game and like not go nowhere, bro. I'm gonna be stuck, bro. Like I'm not going nowhere in this game,
There
bro.
is no across the street. Across the street, there's 7 even more stronger dudes. They're gonna mess you up.
Like ain't no, I can't go left or right, bro. Cause there is no like. Bro, y'all just wanted to make it. Like, Neo owe me some money, bro, because this was his fault. This was Neo's fault, bro. He brought this up, bro, and y'all just ran with it. Like, nobody said, Fame, yeah, do you want to do it? It was like, yep, he gonna do it.
It's for the children. It's for the children, Fame.
Y'all lucky y'all like
You
kids,
got a
bro.
year to decide, because we're gonna do it in November, so you have like a year almost to decide.
Why are we
Bro.
waiting that long?
Wait, that's a long
Because
time.
that's the actual day of the extra life stream. day.
We set the goal too low.
We just need to. Then we need to set
We
a
did set
second
the
goal
goal
and
too
do
low.
another one by then.
We'll
We-
do
We have
another
other
one.
charities we want to do. I've told you guys this every week.
We didn't think the goal was gonna get made this fast.
I ain't trying
Uncle,
to
don't
wait
yell
that
at me. It hurts.
I'm not yelling at you.
Just bleed.
You know when I yell at you.
Just go ahead and do that Bloodborne, man.
Nah, bro, listen, I bought Bloodborne because I got it basically for free because somebody lost a bet. And I'm like, yo, let me see what the hype is about. And I played, and I'm like 15 minutes in, I'm like, no, thank you.
And then all you hear is oof. Oof.
It was
Sound
just,
effects.
it was just death. I'm like, who does this? Like, who finds enjoyment out of
So
this?
you dust off
Let
and pick
Demi
it up.
coach you. Let Demi coach you.
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna need a whole headset, bro.
In those games.
Hey, Demi, look. I'm not even playing for real. If I decide to play Sekiro on stream, you gonna coach me?
I got you.
Bet.
Yeah,
You let me know when you free, and I will make that happen.
Those games, and now he plays them.
Might have a whole stroke on stream, bro. Like, I'm not looking forward to it.
I mean,
Flames in here. You too. I ain't playing. I'm so serious because I got destroyed last time.
Just
It's in solidarity for fame.
Chocolate, you don't got the money, bro. Keep your money, bro.
Don't you tell him how much money he's got.
Keep your funds, bro. We in a recession. We in a pandemic, bro. Keep your money.
Okay, he's ready. He took GameStop to the moon.
Nah, bro. Like,
Go,
keep
Chocolate.
spend it on Dogecoin, my guy. Tesla. Do something better with your money. Like, y'all play too much, bro. I'm not looking forward to it.
you could do it. I believe in you.
Oh man, well, since Red said it, no. But yeah,
Demi will coach you. Demi will coach you. I actually watched Demi streams of him starting those games. I was like, Demi, you working it, like, so he got you.
well, I'm gonna put an earpiece in and I'm gonna play quarterback and just tell me where to throw the ball, Chief, because I'm gonna be lost. Like, where's the mini map, fam? Like,
Hey,
can I get a waypoint?
Your fingers can't be stumbling, bro. I'm gonna need quick responses.
I better not see you in share play.
Hey, Red, quit snitching! Wow! Wow!
I'm telling you right now. 'Cause it shows all your business. If it's
See, your reaction tell me you was plotting.
Bro, I'm trying to find a way out, bro.
Listen, so with this, just go with Dark Souls. It's the easiest one. Dark Souls 3 is probably your best bet, honestly.
I'm 33 and I'm about to get my cheeks clapped for the first time. Cool.
Hey, yo!
Pause.
Cool.
There's no pause Wednesdays.
And there's no pause Wednesday.
No pause Wednesdays.
Yo, and
very hard.
I'm not. Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh man,
That's all you gotta do, man.
this stream that went left. Dallas, what was
You say
that?
that wasn't difficult?
Taters.
Y'all,
It's French fried potatoes.
y'all want to know what wasn't difficult? Balan Wonderworld. That wasn't difficult at all.
Yo, how was that demo? That Ballin Wonderful?
It's not great.
Oh.
It's not great at all. It's pretty horrible. As someone who secretly loves 3D platformers, like that's one of my biggest guilty pleasures of the game. And with the legend and talent that's behind this needs at least a year to get back in the oven.
Did it have a release date?
It drops next month.
Like, is it like in bad shape? Like, it just looks bad, plays bad. Like, it's just not interesting. Because I mean, story and design wise, they pretty much stuck.
The design is
but
great.
you can't mess up a 3D platformer. Like, if it doesn't platform right and you falling off in the game on certain like edges and stuff like that.
Well, that can be completely avoided. Like, there's a absolute path to take where it's just start to finish. And the costumes only has one power-up. There's only one real button that works in the game. And the collectibles don't really do much, like, outside of, like, the little animals that's in your garden when you get back to the hub world.
All right. I'll stick to my Sackboy adventures.
It's one big collectathon, like, literally. And the enemies pose like no actual threat, so you can really just breeze through this game. And for some reason, there's a lot of random dancing from that, like the animals that's on stage when you get the costumes and keys and whatnot. It's extremely dated.
It's a hard pass.
Like, as someone who was excited for this at first because of the names behind it and what I saw from like that little Xbox showcase with the costume designs or whatever, I am terribly disappointed. Hard pass.
So sad.
And it's probably gonna be $70.
And if it
I know
is,
they lying. I know. You said that's a $70 game?
I wouldn't be
it is,
shocked.
keep it.
I
Keep
know
it.
I
What
wouldn't.
is it called? Badland?
Balan Wonderful.
Balan Wonderworld.
Bandai Wonderworld. Okay, I've been saying the wrong game the whole time. My bad.
You still said it wrong.
Huh?
You still said it wrong.
It's $60.
It's 60?
60.
Okay.
Hard pass. I'm not paying $63.47 for that.
Put it on Game Pass, please. And then Game Pass, please.
You know, I will say one thing about the Wukong game that does interest me is, and correct me if I'm wrong, if there's one that I'm missing. This seems to me like the first like full out AAA quality Souls-like game where the combat has an extra added layer of depth with the transformations. It looks like you have some abilities and some like special attacks and stuff like that you can do. Like normally when I've seen people play like Bloodborne or Dark Souls, it's really all about just parrying, dodging, timing your attacks, but like there's no like special attacks, no crazy abilities you can activate or anything like that. So it seems like it's that like base level that people enjoy, and then it's like, and we'll give you some cool like abilities and stuff to use too. So that part interests me.
Do that Immortal
really
Shell.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
you
they
can do that in Sekiro also.
Okay.
I think they are going back to like those Ninja Gaiden roots. That's what it looked like.
You know what's crazy? The transformations in Balan Wonderworld don't matter though. So
Yo, Demi hate this game, bro.
I feel like Demi wakes up every day and he's like, I'm going to be 99.9% positive, but I'm going to dedicate all 0.1% of my negative energy towards this one source.
And then what we gonna see? And y'all check out my review. He's still gonna review it.
The other day it was Among Us. His 0.1% of hatred was dedicated solely to Among Us. Today it's Balan Wonderland.
He's still gonna review the game.
it's because
Oh yeah.
it's because I was so excited for this, for it to not be great. Like, God, how do you mess up on 3D platformers? That's such an easy thing to execute.
I mean, Ukulele was a hard pass too.
The first one, because that sucked. First one sucked. Second one was better. Second one was so much better. So was Lucky's Tale. The second version.
Bro, Lucky's Tale.
Yeah.
I was instantly turned. I was like, this is Garbo. Like, this was Garbo.
The first one I was like,
Yeah, when you couldn't
like
control the camera, it was really bad. But when they did new Super Lucky's Tale, where they fixed the camera like problem,
I
perfect.
gotta play that one.
I had the time, perfect. There's so many good 3D platformers. So I'm like, oh, this is wonderful. Then you get to that, and I'm like, oh, this is poop water right here. My God.
Poor Lucky's Tale.
Yuji Naka, what happened?
I thought it was gonna be a good game at first. Like, this would be a good little 3 Game Pass, please.
Hey, thanks. Speaking of 3D platformers, what are we gonna be? Not on the 26th. We can't stream it then because that's my mom's birthday. But there is a game coming out on the 26th, March 26th, that we are gonna be playing.
Yes.
Just the two of us.
Yes. You guys know me and Hugger do the Take Two podcast, so we gonna be streaming It Takes Two.
That's gonna be fire.
It's gonna be super dope. I'm thinking.
Because his wife said no.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't gonna happen. So it's only natural that me and Hugger take it up and stream the game. So we'll be there probably the day after. So Hugger can hang out with Mom and have a good time. And then the next day we'll be streaming. We'll probably come up with a fun little overlay to do as well. I mean, the whole Take Two thing really kicked off when Dallas gave us that fire track. Like the Take Two intro is pure flames. It's Dallas doing this thing. And look at him, he put his head down trying to be humble, but he know he cold. He cold.
As soon as we stop recording, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, he's gonna get all hype, rub it in everybody's faces, be like, "Your success is because of me." That's what he likes to do, man.
Because he does the intro for this podcast, which unfortunately played today because that's my fault. Take two, and then every Sunday, the first voice you hear on the Iron Lords podcast is Dallas. Like that's the very first voice you hear. Like Dallas gonna be everywhere because a man is cold. I've been telling him for the last couple of years he cold. Now I'm glad the world is seeing it because the man is super talented and he gonna go far. Like we gonna when you blow up, we all gonna jump on your back and say, yeah, we coming too, fam.
Hey, Dallas.
Am I turning purple because I feel like I'm blushing?
Make room on them coattails, baby, because I'm coming. I'm gonna ride them all the way to the top.
Hold on. I got a serious request. Can you please fix up Battlelines of Wonderworld to make it better? Like,
I saw it coming from a mile away.
All right. Then we're gonna get a DM with a review code and stop talking bad about it. You know how that.
Hey, if I get a review code,
see,
as honest as possible.
Lies.
You step into a realm where your platforming can't say today. So,
yo.
Going down.
Last little tidbit here before we get to the suggestions. Hugger, I could be wrong, but did I hear you a couple of weeks ago saying that you wouldn't mind grabbing a Dualsense controller? Was that you?
Oh yeah.
So now we're hearing that
It looks cool.
Now we're hearing that this controller is suffering the fatal controller drift already, which sucks to hear because this is like a very. Number one, it's expensive. I believe the controller is like $70-$80. Somebody tell me if I'm right or wrong.
70.
And it has a lot of technology in it. Like I would hate to spend this much on the controller and have it drift. Like at what point do we get to where? Because I think Xbox might even had this problem.
Oh yeah, that damn Elite controller.
Elite controller, of course, the Joy-Cons. Like at what point?
Joy-Con is ridiculous.
At what point are we gonna get past the drifts? Like this is pretty bad.
Well, thank God I don't have that problem.
As somebody who plays a lot of Overwatch and Souls games, I don't have that issue either. So, man, God bless to those who do. Hope y'all solve it.
I think as long as we make wireless products, there's always going to be some kind of issue with. Not everything is going to be perfect. And there's going to be an issue with something.
But I don't think the drift's I don't think it's a wireless issue. It's just a hardware component quality issue.
I'm just talking about making wireless products. Because if you hardwire it in, probably not going to have the issue. You wireless, you might have the issue. Who knows? I don't know what it is.
Wait, what?
Don't know where it's coming from on the PS5 controller. I don't know if the people who got it to work on PC are experiencing the drift. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
more of a hardware engineered like problem that's like within the controller in itself, like when it comes to drifting and a lot of zones and stuff that's missing. So but I haven't had that problem. I don't wish to have it. You have it? Because this is an expensive controller, just like the Joy-Con, because of the technology that's in it. There's technology in Joy-Con. Unfortunately, the developers didn't take advantage of that technology with the Joy-Cons. And the Joy-Cons are very fragile. So I just hope that the next wave, because there's supposed to be a Switch Pro coming out. Hopefully they do something with the Joy-Cons to make it less fragile. As far as this Dualsense, though, I do not want to have that problem. I remember when the PS4 first came out, the first batch of those, and the triggers was so annoying. Like, the triggers would just break. So you can't afford to have those problems on this expensive.
It's too expensive to have them problems.
It has a lot of technology in it, and if one thing messes up, it's like, okay, so I gotta send this in, I gotta wait. Like I don't even plan on getting another controller until they come out with colors. I don't know what's taking so long to come up with colors, but it's this like one technology like for 2020 to me this was one of the most innovative things that really gets you into next gen, in my opinion. It changes the experience. So I'm looking forward to the upgrade to PC. It was supposed to have like it was rumored to have like compatibility with the DualSense with PC. So Hugger, if you get it and you able to play it on PC and have that DualSense,
that'll be banging. I'll wait for it to go on sale because that stuff is like $80-$90 here in Canada.
Yo, Canada tripping with these prices, bro. Like,
hey, One tip that I need to tell gamers: stop gripping them sticks so hard, man. Let them breathe.
That's what she said.
They
We still talking about controllers? Or?
Hey, wherever your mind
Pause.
goes, you sickos, stop gripping them sticks. Take it
Title of
easy.
your sex
they
tape.
probably playing a Souls game. It happened, bro.
Nah, because even I play Souls games, and I'm not like super. Oh man.
So we know Demi doesn't have a firm grip on his stick.
Oh, I got the
Whoa.
firmest grip. Hey,
I do know that Demi's gonna have to get ready to eat a hat before too much longer. So I hope he got his hat sauce ready.
I told y'all what happened, man. I told y'all like the day that happened, I get a Scully with the brim.
With a brim, indeed.
With the brim.
And it better have some, like you can. I'll allow you to put some kind of sauce on it, like if you want barbecue sauce or something.
If I see God of War come to PC, I'm gonna eat a Scully with the brim live on the channel.
You talking about which God of War? You talking about God of War? You talking about
He
Ragnarok?
said a God of War. He said a God of War.
I said
Bro.
the current God of War. The current
Look at Red like she know he messed up.
Listen,
Bro,
I got the Scully with the brim sitting in the crib. Not that
bro.
I wear it or anything like that, but I'm gonna fry that joint up.
No, you
Nothing
don't
over
get
there.
to cook it. You don't get to cook it.
You're gonna need
Nah,
to find
it's
your
not.
promo because it's
Why did you make that bet?
I'm 10 toes on everything I do.
I hear real
why?
concern.
Cause he was confident at first.
You looking like Kid Smooth right now. With this bet. Why did you
I
make
will
that
say,
bet?
we're gonna have to come together, and we're gonna have to set aside a pool of money so that when Demi has to get hospitalized,
His
to get
guts
some
gonna be
funds,
beat up.
we
Them
need
guts
to-
are gonna
we
be
need to
destroyed.
help him out.
Pause.
What?
We won't leave you hanging.
Wow. Wow.
You know
I
what
wanna
you
hear
said.
about
Dan.
Demi's
You know
guts
what
getting
you
That's
beat
said.
why
up.
they wouldn't put it on
You know
like
what you
on
said.
PC.
Hey,
gonna
man,
be-
It's coming to PC.
listen.
Ghost of
standing 10
Tsushima too.
toes. I'm standing 10 toes when it happens.
Ghost of Tsushima might take some time.
Yeah.
Goes to sushi, baby.
I mean, nobody thought Horizon would come on, but
I'm gonna just eat the Scully when it happens. Until
Which,
then,
by the
I'm
way, I
Scully
hope
free.
when the next batch of former PlayStation exclusives comes to PC, do a better job than you did with Horizon. Okay, like y'all made that
That was
sloppy as heck.
awful.
I heard it's better
Sloppy
now
short.
though. I had to like the last
It's better
update.
now for sure, but you can't like with a game like it's not like you're rushing to get this out on time. Like this game's been made, you had time to port it over.
I
Just
think
do it right.
they do that on. I think they do that on purpose. To be honest,
So-
I think they do that on purpose, so you
know
can
what?
still get the better experience. On the
No kind of
Sniff,
sense.
remember when
I really believe that.
Sniff, remember you retweeted my tweet where they demastered Horizon for PC?
That was fun. That was a good one.
They had it running at 72 frames, 72 resolution, 10 frames a second. PSP version was going crazy.
I was sloppy.
Listen, man.
It was sloppy.
All I'm saying is when these games hit PC, Twitter is gonna be a fun place to be on because it's gonna be meltdown city.
Not for me, because all the people you talking about are gonna melt down. I muted them already, so they're no longer a part of my
be the
life.
big meltdown.
The day that happens, I'm gonna just tweet a picture of me holding a Scully. That's gonna be that, man.
The big meltdown is when Master Chief races
Mm.
PlayStation platform.
Mm.
That
Yep.
is going. You gonna
That'd
see
be a
whole-
meltdown.
That'd be funny.
I just
I'm
hope
fine
the
with that.
suicide rate doesn't go up.
Yo, yeah, that's gonna be some
Way-
problems.
And I've been telling people, I'm like, this is nothing new. Like they've been saying this for years.
This is gonna be hilarious.
This is going. That is
Oh.
going to be the most hilarious day. I'm gonna just have popcorn and just be eating and laughing at
Yo.
the same time.
And the fact now they teasing there's gonna be new ways to play. Like on their latest blog, we're gonna announce some new ways to play Halo. It's already on Xbox,
You
PC.
gonna have Dualsense.
To me, it's either PlayStation or Tesla. And I said it's gonna be playable in Tesla cars because Elon Musk got a thing with
Oh,
with
of
Microsoft
course.
and he love Halo. But that thing come to PlayStation. You know, even myself,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave Twitter because people gonna be tagging me like I'm supposed to cry about it. So I'm even gonna deactivate that day because I don't want no parts. I got to make a soccer account and just kind of sit and watch.
Listen, when I seen Master Chief on the PlayStation Store because of that, of course, that skin.
Oh, the
Oh
Fortnite
yeah.
game,
Yeah, and even vice versa, seeing Kratos on,
Crazy
the
times
store
we
on
live
a
in.
Microsoft. But this is nothing new. Like they been wanted to do things like this. But a lot of these crazy, delusional so-called fanboys, because we don't see fangirls doing this stupid shit. These
That's-
It's a couple.
It's a couple, not a lot.
That's a,
I mean, it's like a
Generally-
1 to 10
Couple
ratio.
compared to like thousands, right?
Yeah,
Hopefully
yeah.
two.
Generally speaking, women got a lot more sense than we do.
Like I would in these gaming streets, I was like, "Yo, are you grown?"
I've seen dudes literally break down crying because of some announcements. Like, bro,
Yo,
why?
remember the dude that recorded himself turning up his office when Horizon went to PC? Yo, dude was like kicking, breaking his desk. I'm like, yo, is it really that serious? Like, I mean,
if I hear a Bayonetta announcement tomorrow, Bayonetta 3, I'll lose my mind.
Are we
too,
jumping
so.
out the
Yeah,
jump?
but will you lose your mind in an angry way, breaking your own stuff? No, you'll be happy.
If they
inside.
say it's only coming to Switch again,
If
consoles, I might.
That's fair. That's fair.
it stay on
I
Switch,
really
we
think
riot.
It's only coming to Switch.
Yeah, you might.
And Switch what? $800 in Canada?
Yeah, pretty much.
If you can find
Yeah.
one. If you can find one.
What?
Switch Canada's expensive, man. And Switches are, if you can find one, they're not cheap. And people will go to scalpers like, don't do that.
Really, that's
Dumbasses.
what's happening in Canada right now.
Yo, it's struggle.
Canada?
Punching them over here.
Canada got to get the snowfall.
Oh, we do. It's minus 34 right now, which is minus 29 for y'all.
Yeah, she turned her camera so I can see her window earlier, and the whole thing was just iced up. I was like, couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. I mean,
Just hating.
I love the
Finally.
cold.
For like the first time all year, we finally hit, or all winter, we hit like snow-friendly temperatures finally. But
I don't know that.
we're not getting snow. We're getting freezing rain instead,
Yeah.
which is snow's
Texas
unfortunate
be
sibling that
tripping,
nobody
bro.
likes.
Like, we don't get snow for like 15 years, but we'll get like ice on the roads and everybody crashing and not going to work.
Don't know what that happened. Yeah.
Yeah, man, Texas be tripping, bro. And then like the next day it'd be 1,017 degrees. Like Texas be tripping, bro. Like for no reason,
Texas,
bro.
You get a snake in your boot, or you got a revolve in your pie. It's crazy.
They're like, oh, here come a winter storm, and then here come a tornado right behind it, bro. Like Texas be tripping, bro. Like don't move to Texas, bro. Like don't do it.
Then it's a snake in your boot.
It's
Right
a
after.
snake in your boot. You got to make sure how your Smith.
Also move to Texas. I'm not saying it's not racist here, but it's the least racist spot in the South.
Facts.
You sure about that?
I don't know. You guys have the most sundown towns of any other place.
I mean, because it's the biggest. Of
It's a
course,
couple
it's the biggest
sundown
state.
spots.
We have more towns than any other place. Like,
Okay, let's correct this. Come to like
I'll keep that Atlanta.
north central
I'll
Texas,
take
like
Atlanta.
Dallas to Houston. Like
I was
Yeah,
gonna say you
that's
could
a
go to
big
Houston,
city.
but Houston's kind of just booty, and so I would just steer clear of that. Like just come DFW area, you'll be all right.
yeah.
I can't live near a city. I'm not
I
a city.
mean, we're not
person.
Alabama, Tennessee. Like,
She
we're
ain't never coming to New York.
no. I just seen a
live in
video.
city. I
I
hate
just
living
seen a
in
video of
a city.
them rats. Oh no, I'm good. Unless he finna teach me kung fu, I ain't trying to hear it.
So you just think I just live amongst rats?
That-
You trying to say that?
I didn't say you.
that, and I ain't got no
Oh,
Tims.
yeah.
I ain't got no Tims, so I wouldn't make it in New York.
Hey, between actual rats, pigeons, which are just rats with wings, and snitches, you probably do live all around rats. They're all around you.
All around.
Hell no.
And 6'9" from there. Oh my god.
Keep
First of all,
keep
I'm from Queens, New York. I'm from Queens.
keep it a buck,
Right.
Red. You got some
I have
Tims
a
on right
backyard
now.
and a front yard.
You got Tims on right now.
He said that.
She got Tim house shoes on.
I haven't owned a pair of Timbs since high school, and I've only owned one pair of Timbs.
Because they last forever.
You only need one.
It's not.
You only need one. It's the pair they give you when you born.
Oh, we gonna have New York jokes.
Oh man.
Y'all ready?
We usually go in on Chicago. It's usually Chicago we go in after.
Yeah.
Relax. We're in Chicago.
Y'all
We
ready?
don't have We don't have
That
enough this year.
I'm reading the chat.
So about this Bylon Wonderworld, man. Crazy.
No. But all right, that's a wrap. Thank you for
Right
coming,
here,
everybody.
okay,
Y'all have a wonderful evening.
Oh.
I hope y'all make better choices than we do.
So I think it's about time for those
Chat,
suggestions, man.
everybody watching, please make better choices than us.
This man said the prayer you get when you born, like it's a girl. Here we go, her tips. They grow with her. Like what?
Wow. The tip.
Oh,
You know what? I gotta get our
Just gonna let him
style,
talk to you
no
like
matter
that?
what.
yo,
You know how many snake in my boot jokes we had to hear on this podcast?
yo, we get the
Yeah.
Texas jokes
Texas
like
slander we gotta
repeatedly.
endure.
Hey, for real,
Hey,
I
y'all
went
just-
to
And we stay quiet because half of it true. We
I went
say
to
that we can make
college.
you have it.
I went to college out at Rutgers, okay? So I spent a lot of time in New York. And do you know how many times I had to meet somebody for the first time and have them sit there dumbfounded, like not even joking, and be like, "Where's your hat? Like, how come you don't have cowboy boots on?" And then serious questions later in the night. So did you like ride a horse to school and stuff? I'm like,
Folks don't think we got
damn,
cars, all type of stuff, bro. Like,
Yeah, y'all deserve no snake in my
And
boot.
it's every state. It don't matter how close it is. I know people from Louisiana that'll be like, "Oh, do y'all ride horses?"
yeah.
Y'all speak a whole nother language. Y'all gotta say yeah and no at the end of every sentence. But we like,
I used to get really bothered by that until I met somebody from Arkansas who admitted that they had to ride your tractor to school day, and I was like, it's because of you. I was like, this is why I have to put up with this, is because of you.
But guys,
Yeah.
there's
Them
a snake in your boot.
That's too redneck for me.
Something else, that's for sure.
yo, as y'all know, at the end of the show, we like to give you guys a suggestion of something to play, something to watch. We're gonna start with Citizen Snips. What are your suggestions for the week for the people to play and or watch?
All right, something to play. I know Demi's going to enjoy this one. I'm going to recommend everybody go out there, play you a little bit of some Apex Legends.
As you should.
I've dabbled in it a few times myself, but for my community game night in my Discord this month, somebody made the suggestion for us to play like a in-house tournament. So basically, I'm going to see how many people sign up for it, and then we're either going to pair off into singles, duos, or trios, however we end up getting enough people. And we're going to play enough games and see who can total the most points based off of like wins, kills, all that kind of stuff. And then we'll probably do like a little prize system or something. So I'll be playing some Apex later this month, so y'all should too. And then as far as something to watch, I feel like we've said it before. If y'all haven't already watched WandaVision, you're just plain insane. Go watch it. You're missing out. But for something more unique, I will have to look this up again. I pulled it out on my list. Oh no, I remember now. It's a anime called Copcraft.
wait.
That I started watching.
Pronounce that again, sir.
Cop, C-O-P, as in a policeman. Cop, craft. Okay.
Copcraft. Oh, it's
We
an
all
anime about
collectively just went, huh?
Y'all got some perverted ears, man.
That and Snorlax.
Craft.
They got this thick ass Snorlax.
I know, like,
Reminded me of you.
what is this?
So
That
the
just
basic
threw me
premise for it is this like giant portal between like parallel universes opens up above the city on Earth, and so these other species of beings and all this other kind of stuff start interacting with human society. And this is like after they've kind of been familiarized with each other in a ways. This one detective, human detective, gets paired up with like this like young alien night girl from the other side, and it's just like a buddy cop kind of anime, but with those two. And it's got some pretty animation, some cool fight scenes and stuff. It's nothing groundbreaking or amazing, but it's worth the watch. It's a good time set.
I'm glad you fixed
That's
that
it.
pronunciation. Sis,
I don't want to hear that
Sis.
from you, Mushmouth. All right.
what you got for this week?
Sorry. I love to give you an indie game, and a AAA game I have for you guys is ironically Gwent, because the next season just started, and it's focused on Yennefer, so season of Journey. And it is also, they have the Love Festival going on for Valentine's Day. If you're alone, go play it. I'll be playing it. For indie game, Yeah, that's what I said. Frostpunk. If you like like Sims, City Managers, and all that stuff, great game, great indie studio. For TV shows, I'm gonna say it's a Netflix exclusive, but it's dope. It just follows the drug process from the people who make it down to the users. I love document stuff like that. And
Loves
for
Is
a
drugs.
it called
movie,
crack?
I do love drugs. No, it's called Dope.
Dope. Yes, my
Only one
bad.
that's
I
dope.
seen that.
Yeah,
That's
the
pretty
crack game is
good.
coming out soon.
That's good.
Yeah, there is another one called Drugs Inc., but that one used to be on TV, but Dope is just
I
Netflix
remember drugs.
exclusive. And then for movies, 1922, it's got one my only true Punisher, Tom Jane. It's based on a Stephen King short. And there's if you've seen it, you remember that one horrific scene of the rat biting off the cow's udder. So
Oh
I
my
have nothing further to say about that, but
I'm
it's a pretty
sorry.
good movie and it's
What?
on Netflix as
Oh
well.
God.
Guy murders his wife, or the rats are a sign of, uh, her haunting him, and he walks in on a rat biting off a cow's udder.
God.
What the hell?
Stephen King, man.
Cow.
Yo.
Crazy.
I feel like that rat had Tim's on the back feet and black forces on the
Oh,
front.
what?
Wow.
I'm gonna buy a pair of Tim's just to stop you. A whole bunch of Tim's. You gonna get these Tim's.
Excellent.
Dallas
Yo.
customized
Man,
in the Tim's. Just for you.
it was dark.
It shouldn't be that
Yeah.
funny, but I'm sorry, it's funny.
Yo,
It is.
Why must y'all like?
our wonderful guest for the evening, Red Infamy. What suggestions you got for the people this week?
I watch a lot of anime, so
As you should.
I got acquainted with this anime called Skate Infinity. I like seeing like
Have that one
anime
on my list.
that goes into like I get tired like the whole demon theme is getting a bit OD right about now. I had finished Demon Slayer, but I was like, damn, there was another anime that had demons. I'm like, I'm about to go to sleep. I don't want to always see demons all damn time. So Skate Infinity is a really dope anime if you're into like skating. I used to like inline skate when I was younger, but I love stuff like that goes into like some type of sport. It's giving me kind of initial D vibes, so um it's a really dope anime. It's on Funimation if y'all want to catch it. I don't know of any other platform that it's on. What else? Another anime, Cells at Work. If you're into like science, biology,
That's
Cells
good.
at Work is really dope. Like you will learn a lot about your body, like for real. It's a really cool, quirky, something unique about it. So Cells at Work is the second season right now, and then they have like a side spin-off, Cells at Work Cold Black. So definitely check that out. Um, as far as games, I'm trying to think of if you have yet to play Gree, however you pronounce it, GRIS, is a really dope indie game. It's very
Oh, Chris?
artistic.
Yeah.
Another dope indie game I've been playing is Beatdown Treachery City, developed by a black developer. Definitely check it out. The game is a really cool beat 'em up game, but it has like the turn-based type of mechanics with it that you can like pick what move you want to actually use instead of just a ordinary beat 'em up game.
What's that game called again?
Beatdown in Treachery City. So it's on.
Well, check that out.
I know it's on the Switch. I have it on the Switch.
Dallas was thinking of a New York joke as soon as you said that.
Nah, I was the one time I wasn't. The one time I wasn't
Beat
roasted.
down at the corner bodega. Or a Tuesday.
Yo,
as
Red
the-
gonna stomp y'all out, bro. Y'all keep on coming for New York, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a special one for. I'm gonna have a special one for him. Slap it on something else.
They got tiny glasses on. Tiny red glasses.
I'm trying to think of any movies. I haven't really dived into any movies lately. I think what I finished recently as a show. I've been looking at All American. So All American's a really dope show. I think it's a CW
Mm-hmm.
about. I love the cast. It has a predominantly black cast about a football player in high school that's trying to do right for his his community and his new lifestyle, going into a rich like neighborhood and seeing how the two lifestyles are. So I love that. I love that it's showing something that's positive. And if y'all not up on Crack of the Creek, I don't know what to tell y'all. If you have
Yo,
not
yo, Craig of the
seen
Creek is
Crack of the
flame.
Creek yet,
I'm super behind.
definitely check out Crack of the Creek. But that's about it. I always like to we could talk about AAA titles all the time. I always like to give shine to some indies.
Okay, okay. Who we got? Demi. What you got this week?
Yo, check. Y'all hear me?
Indeed.
All right. So let's start with games. AAA I've been playing that I've been loving recently. I don't know if you see my posts about it, but The Outer Worlds has my heart right now.
Good game.
Okay.
That's my baby right now. Pavardi is the best girl, followed by Nyoka.
Do right by her, bro.
Great time.
Do right by her.
Always.
Yeah, don't be like Fame.
I went back and played the game again to get a better ending for her because I was mad at what happened. Do right by her, bro.
Pavardi's the best girl, so I've been doing everything right by her to do that. But a smaller indie title that is hilarious if you haven't played it, Roomba First Blood. You're playing as a Roomba and you're making violent
Really?
kills happen.
Like a
in your house.
Roomba, like a vacuum cleaner.
What platform you playing it on?
I'm planning on. I got a code for PS5, but it's like multi-plat everywhere, so you can get that for like dirt cheap.
Is that this version? Is that this gen version of I Am Bread?
Yes. And it's hilarious.
So it's
Top down.
Is it an easy plat?
I don't know, but I'm just having fun. It's a top-down stealth game that you make violent, bloody
What is it called?
kills.
Roomba? Wait,
Roomba First Blood.
what's going on?
As for anime, go check out Fire Force.
Oh yeah.
Phenomenal.
Indeed.
And if you haven't seen it, go check out Berserk: The Golden Age arc. If you want a terrible time but a great time, Berserk is where it's at.
That's like the original animated one, right?
That's the 3D animated HBO films
I didn't like
that
the
they
3D.
did.
And they're
3D
so
one.
bad.
They're so bad it's great, but I hate Griffith with all my heart. God, he's such a terrible person. And one more, since I'm in a good mood with anime, Akudama Drive.
Good.
It's funny that you recommended that last week, and I just finished that last week too. So Akudama Drive is great, short, sweet, but it hits.
Yep, it was pretty good.
This looks
I like
fire.
the ending too. It was very nice.
What the
Yeah.
the Rambo?
And-
No, the Akudama Drive.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fire. And if you want a TV show, please go check out On My Block on Netflix.
it's ending, right? This the last season coming up.
It's season 4 is the last one coming up, and it is worth every watch. Don't waste no time. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Jamal carries that show, a black man, so we're all for it.
Okay.
I
Sit,
gotta-
Hugger, what you got? No.
already did me.
I'm tripping. Wrong box. Dallas. What you got this week?
I haven't had a whole lot of a life as far as entertainment goes, but I started Dandara finally.
Okay.
Thank you.
And you know what? As much of a Metroidvania as it is, I wasn't warned that you wouldn't be able to walk. Dandara clearly plays PC.
I'm about to say that's a PC game. I'm playing.
Clearly.
You're going to hell.
But I realized. I know Fame know what I was thinking.
Listen, we gotta talk offline.
But on the side of that, yeah, it's a good game. It's all right so far. I mess with it. I also started a game called Summerland, which apparently is about your main character being judged for whatever they did throughout their life, and so you have to relive a bunch of different events, and so you uncover who that person was and what they was about and what they might have done to get them to purgatory and at the point where they have to be judged. And and let me see. I can't finish this without telling y'all to go and read Journey to the West. Now, look, I have to preface that by saying it's a lot. It's 100 chapters, and and, and you'll probably only get through the first. It's depending on what version you read, it's worded damn near like the Bible.
You want me to read?
Yes, I do, cause it's that good. Like it's literally like the basis of Dragon Ball Z. It's where everything in Dragon Ball came from.
Yeah, that's
Um, it's the basis of every forbidden jutsu in Naruto. Is legit where all of that came from. So if you're into that type of stuff, if you like mythology, um, at least they not thou, though, thy, doth you to death. So you'll be alright. What else? It was something else I wanted y'all to read though. Oh, if you are a Power Rangers fan in any way, Boom Studios has a fire Power Rangers comic, and it's been going on for a good while now. And I thought I would give it a bit before I recommended it, but it's too good to be true. It kind of makes it dark and gritty without sacrificing like the stuff that you liked about it as a kid. Like it's just a little campy, but it's like if you ever seen the bootleg Power Rangers short film that we talk about every now and then, it does not quite cross that threshold, but it gets close. Um, Also, eventually they see Tommy again, like grown up Tommy, and he has a kid, and it's a bunch of crazy stuff. Yeah, but check all of that stuff out because it's all fire.
Yo, so I'm other than Madden, I haven't been gaming as much because I've been like in overtime and overdrive writing. Contrary to belief, I do work hard, but other than that, go spend $6 to watch American Skin on Amazon Prime. It's worth it. Trust me.
Dallas.
Trust me. American Skin, Amazon Prime. Look, we're gonna get up out of here. Yeah, American Skin. Like you won't be disappointed. It's worth the $6. Like I think it's
being eaten by a lady
with
no
$6.
teeth. What's wrong with you?
Listen,
I'm talking about the one before that.
As we get up out of here, underneath everyone's boxes, you will see their ats. I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to Red Infamy for taking time out to come deal with our foolishness today. We really appreciate you. We do have her Twitch and her Twitter handle on the screen. I'm sure everyone here follows her, but if you're not, don't be stupid. Go follow Red. Remember to get all your gaming news from lv1gaming.com. Tomorrow is the Take Two podcast. Friday, I believe, or Saturday, because they be on CP time, should be Peep Game. And of course, you guys know we added some new additions to the team that got some new stuff coming here to the channel pretty soon. As you guys know, we are aiming towards daily content, which is why you guys see our team getting bigger and bigger each week. We're gonna get up out of here. Thank you. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. With that being said, congratulations. You guys have leveled up to 142. This was the Double XP Podcast. You guys have a great night.
Annyeong.